Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain the experiment number 2, that is gas calorimeter. It is also called as a Junker's gas calorimeter. So Junker is the name of the inventor. In this video following points will be covered. The first, aim of the experiment. Second point, construction and procedure of conducting the experiment. Number third, observation table, calculation and the result. The aim of the experiment to determine the calorific value of gaseous fuel using gas calorimeter, that is a Junker's gas calorimeter. The experimental setup for this experiment includes number one, LPG cylinder that supplies the LPG gas through these tubes, and the gas comes to the pressure governor which controls the pressure of the gas flowing through this pipe. Next is the gas flow meter, which will measure the flow rate of the gas, and thereafter gas is supplied to the burner here. Okay, here is the burner at the bottom, and this is called as a calorimeter. And a calorimeter includes the thermometer to measure the temperatures of the inlet and outlet water. The construction of experimental setup. So that is actual setup I have explained in the previous slide. Here is the schematic diagram which includes the LPG cylinder, governor, that is pressure governor, flow meter, and overhead tank. Here water will flow through this like this. This is schematic diagram, so we'll represent this how the water will flow through this calorimeter. And here is the location of the burner. So here gas from the flow meter is supplied to the burner, where the gas is burned inside in the burner. Okay, so next we'll see the different components of the experimental setup. The first major component is pressure regulator. The pressure regulator is used to regulate or control the pressure of gas flowing through pipe, so it will ensure the constant pressure in a pipe. So here is the gas inlet, and here is the gas outlet. Okay, and here is the overflow of the water which is poured inside this. Okay, now we'll see the second component is the gas flow meter. So gas flow meter is used to measure the amount of gas supplied in a given time t. When the pointer completes one rotation, the corresponding gas supplied is 1 liter. So here is the pointer. If it completes one rotation, the corresponding gas supplied is 1 liter. So here you can see this is one is represented over here. This is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1 means is a complete rotation, means 1 liter gas is supplied. The next third important component of this gas calorimeter is the main component, that is the gas calorimeter. It includes the different components, that is 1 to 16 as indicated over here. The number one component, this one is the tripod leg. It includes the three legs, 1, 2, 3. That's why it's called as a tripod leg. Number two, this one is the leveling screw, 1, 2, 3. This. Then third number is this one is third is the water drain cock. Number 4, outlet for condensate. Number 5, this is support rod for burner, and this is 6 itself is the burner, that is. And 7th is the damper for flue gases, which controls the flow of the flue gases, that is burn gases. And 8 is the thermometer used for the flue gases. Then ninth one is the water inlet. So water inlet will be supplied to this. And 10th is the water overflow tube. 11 is the sink. Okay, so after passing the water through this, it will come out from this and it will be going to the sink. Number 12, it is called as a water flow regulator, which will control the flow rate of the water. Number 13 is the swinging outlet for water, so it can swing about this point, either left side or right side. Okay, then 14, constant head tunnel. This is a constant head tunnel. Then 6, constant head tunnel, that is 14. Then 15, is the air outlet tube, and 16 is 1 and 2. These are the two thermometers that is called as a 16 number water inlet and outlet thermometers. Then some preparation is required for before conducting the experiment. So first step is remove the overflow nut from the pressure governor. So here is the pressure governor. We have to remove the overflow nut from this. Remove the thread from balancing beam of governor. This thread we have to remove. Then lift off top lid of the governor. We have to lift this top lid of the governor. Lift slightly the float. Inside there is a float. We have to lift. Then pour water into the governor till water start overflowing through the overflow. This is the overflow till the water comes out from this overflow path. So we have to pour the water. Replace and tighten the overflow nut. So we have to replace and tighten. Release the float. Release the float inside that. Replace top lid and thread on the balancing beam. So this preparation is required before conducting the experiment. Then next is the insert two thermometer provided with calorimeter into the rubber cork. So these are the two thermometers which are placed in the rubber cork. Insert rubber cork with thermometer into their places into the calorimeter. Okay. Then 11 number is a step number. Insert burner into its support rod in the bottom of the calorimeter and turn the null knob so that the burner is fixed tightly. So here is the supporting rod 5, so, and this burner is fixed in such a way that it should be firmly fixed inside. Okay. Then connect the calorimeter, the flow meter, this flow meter, and the pressure governor using a rubber tubing provided. So this is connected by the rubber tube. So here this is the rubber tube. Take care to see that water regulator of calorimeter is in off position. Okay. Then we'll see the procedure for conducting the experiment. Number 1, the procedure, that is step is turn water regulator knob on the calorimeter to on position. So this knob should be on the on position. Allow water to flow through the calorimeter from overhead tank, that is tap. Allow water to flow for 3 to 4 minutes into the laboratory sink. So this will flow through the laboratory sink and through the calorimeter. Turn the water regulator to off position. Now we have to turn off the water regulator to off position. Stop water flow from the overhead tank. Ensure that the outlet tap of the governor is closed. Connect gas supply line to the governor inlet. Okay, so this governor inlet that is connected to the gas supply line. Remove the burner from the calorimeter. So we have to remove this burner from the calorimeter. Open governor outlet tap. So this outlet tap is there. So we have to open it. Allow 1 or 2 liter of gas as indicated by flow meter to pass through the burner. So we have to allow to flow the 1 to 2 liter of gas through this, and light up the burner by holding a lighted matchstick near the mesh at the top. So we have to start the combustion process by lightening the matchstick. Okay. Then adjust air regulator sleeve at the bottom of the burner to get a blue non-luminous flame. So air regulator sleeve, so we have to adjust in such a way that to get the blue colored non-luminous flame. Now the fix the lighted burner. Once you have lighted the lighted burner back into the position. So here we have to fix. Okay. Adjust water regulator on calorimeter to get a temperature difference of 12 to 15 degrees Celsius between the inlet water and outlet water as indicated by the respective thermometer at the top of the calorimeter. So here is the two thermometers are used at the top. Allow 20 to 30 minutes for outlet temperature to become steady. Place the empty measuring jar as shown next to the calorimeter. So calorimeter is, that is measuring jar is used to measure the how much water is collected in the measuring jar. Swing water outlet pipe so that outlet water goes into the glass jar and simultaneously note flow meter reading. Then allow required volume of gas to pass through the flow meter. So here we are considering the 1 liter gas is allowed to flow. That is one rotation of the flow meter. As soon as this volume as indicated by flow meter has passed through the flow meter, note the inlet and outlet water temperatures and swing back the water outlet pipe to the calorimeter sink. Note the volume of water collected in the measuring jar. Repeat the test 3 to 14 onwards with the same volume of gas 3 or 4 times and take average temperature of inlet and outlet water. Now the observation table is like this. It includes the 3 columns, that is what volume of gas supplied in a given time t. So we have considered 1 liter gas. So for that how much time is required? So let us say t time is required. So during the same time t, the volume of water collected in the measuring jar is 2.2 liters, and rising temperature of water in the calorimeter is measured by the two thermometers. That difference in temperature, rise in temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. Now the formula for calculation of calorific value is Vw by Vg into T2 minus T1 into this is the specific heat of water, that is in kilocalories per meter cube per degree Celsius, where Cv is the calorific value of the gas in kilocalories per meter cube. Vg is the volume of gas in liters consumed during test period time. Vw is the volume of water in liters passed during the test period, and T2 and T1 is the outlet and inlet water temperature in degree Celsius. Now the calculation part is, that is formula is given, that is Cv in kilocalories per meter cube is equal to volume of water collected in the given test period and during the same period how much gas is supplied. So that is Vg into T2 minus T1 into Cpw. That so we have recorded that reading. The volume of water collected is 2.2 liter and volume of gas supplied is 1 liter. Temperature rise is 14 degrees Celsius into specific heat of water is 1000 degrees 1000 kilocalories per meter cube per degree Celsius. So by keeping all these values, the calorific value comes 30,800 kilocalories per meter cube. So we can convert this by multiplying 4.187 to get the kilojoules per meter cube. So we'll stop here. Thank you.